The Warsaw Ghetto Uprising was a momentous event during World War II and a significant act of Jewish resistance against the Nazis. In October 1940, following their invasion of Poland, the Nazis established the Warsaw Ghetto, confining over 400,000 Jews, about 30% of the city's population, into a 1.3 square mile area. The conditions inside the ghetto were horrific, with severe overcrowding, disease and starvation being commonplace. By the summer of 1942, the Nazis began mass deportations from the ghetto to Treblinka extermination camp as part of their final solution. Approximately 300,000 Jews were transported and murdered. This drastic reduction in the ghetto population, along with rumors about the exterminations, prompted the remaining Jews to organize resistance groups. Two main resistance groups emerged: the Jewish Combat Organization, the ZOB, a coalition of leftist and Zionist youth groups, and the Jewish Military Union, the ZZW, associated with the right-wing revisionist Zionists. Despite ideological differences, both groups were united by the goal of resisting Nazi oppression. The resistance had begun to arm itself, obtaining weapons from the Polish underground and smuggling them into the ghetto. By January 1943, when the Germans attempted a second wave of deportations, they met armed resistance. This event, although brief, gave the Jewish fighters their first victory and a boost in morale. It also temporarily halted deportations. On April 19, 1943, the eve of Passover, the Nazis, led by SS Gruppenführer Jürgen Stroop, launched the final liquidation of the ghetto. However, they were surprised by a well-coordinated rebellion. The Jewish fighters used a network of bunkers and tunnels and guerrilla warfare tactics to confront the German forces. They utilized homemade bombs, Molotov cocktails, and a small supply of weapons. Despite their courage and determination, the Jewish fighters were heavily outgunned and outnumbered. The Nazis systematically burned and blew up the ghetto buildings to flush out the fighters, who continued to resist from the rubble. The uprising officially ended on May 16, 1943, when the Great Synagogue of Warsaw, one of the ghetto's last strongholds, was destroyed. Stroop reported killing 56,065 Jews, though this figure likely included both those killed in combat and those deported to extermination camps. Though the uprising was ultimately crushed, it had significant impacts. It was the largest single revolt by Jews during World War II, and a powerful demonstration of Jewish resistance. It disrupted the Nazis' plans and timeline, inspired other ghettos and concentration camp prisoners to revolt, and gave a morale boost to the Polish underground. The Warsaw Ghetto Uprising remains a potent symbol of resistance and defiance against brutal oppression.